This program has been brought to you through the generous support of the Leadville and Twin Lakes Destinations and the Lake County Tourism Panel.
Welcome to Street Level. I'm your host, Juliana Broste. In this episode, we're visiting the city in the clouds, Leadville, Colorado. We're here high in the Rocky Mountains at 10,200 feet above sea level. The legendary town of Leadville is the highest incorporated city in North America, and the residents, they're probably the most down-to-earth people I've met. Leadville is a celebration of history, heritage, and elevated beauty, with lots to do all year round. It's a place where you can truly be in your element. This is the world-famous Tabor Opera House, built in 1879 by Silver Baron Horace Tabor. And it's one of the most costly structures built in Colorado history. The building materials had to be imported by wagon train, and even still, the building was completed in record time of just 100 days. Tabor, also known as the Bonanza King of Leadville, would ascend to become the second lieutenant governor and state senator. He was also embroiled in one of the era's most scandalous love triangles. We'll take a closer look at the saga and strength of the Tabor women later in this two-part series. Tonight, we'll honor the famed heroes of the 10th Mountain Division, and we'll also hop on a snowcat for an exciting tour on Chicago Ridge. But first, we hit the slopes at Ski Cooper, a charming destination for anyone who likes an authentic, family-friendly, and affordable day on the mountain. It's no secret, Colorado is world famous for skiing and snowboarding, but half the fun is discovering those hidden gems. And Ski Cooper is just that. It's a bit off the beaten path, about 2 hours from Denver and 15 minutes from Leadville, and promises an authentic Colorado experience. Just getting ready for a fun day on the mountain. You can park up close for free. Here we go. It's the little things that make Ski Cooper so appealing to locals and visitors alike. Today I'm at Ski Cooper. This is kind of a hidden gem. This is a place that not many people know about. Wow, the mountains are so beautiful. I can't get over it. It is such an approachable mountain. It's easy to get to know your way around and take laps on the 2 chairlifts. Let's do this. Ski Cooper has 41 trails to explore and about 400 skiable acres. There's a wide variety of terrain, including easy greens and challenging blacks, and lots of wide open cruisy blue runs for intermediates. They don't make any snow here. It's all natural snow. Woo! You know what's nice about Ski Cooper? There are very few lift lines here. I could get used to this. Woo! All right, gonna take this whole chairlift to myself. I didn't see another skier on that run the whole time. Not one other person.
I have the absolute funnest job in the world. I am the fun maker here. I'm right here in the middle of heaven. This place is amazing. It's a great place for families. It's very simply put so that you don't have to worry about losing your family here. I mean, we've got great conditions, beautiful views. We're the most affordable place to come in Colorado to ski. It really is one of those places that you can come, enjoy the elements out here and go skiing without breaking the bank.
Oh, that's kind of cool. They have a yurt there for lunch. All right, just stopping in for a little bit of lunch. Outdoor dining, so you can sit and enjoy the fresh air and the sunshine. There's this beautiful view back there where I hear you can go cat skiing. Chicago Ridge Cat Skiing Tours is known for their full-day excursions in the backcountry, promising wide open bowls and glades and great snow. I'm definitely making a reservation for tomorrow. But first, there's more to explore here at the resort. Let's head to the base. Tucked out of the way at the bottom of the mountain, the learning area welcomes beginners who are ready for a new adventure.
Ski Cooper actually has Colorado's longest magic carpet. What a good place to learn.
Today we are skiing for our first time.
Good. As long as you hear a good click, you know you're bound in there correctly.
Today I'm skiing with my son and my daughter DJ and TT. Being that we're first time skiers, I didn't know what to expect.
A lot easier controlling your speed, slowing down and stopping by turning than by having to do that down the hill wedge.
Once you kind of get the feels on your skis, it's like a freeing feeling. You're just gliding down the mountain. It has been so fun. Our instructor taught us some basics at the bottom and I feel so comfortable now. It's a little bit of adrenaline mixed with a lot of just being free. This is our second time down the hill. TT, I think she's got it, and then I think I've got it. And it's a great time to spend with your family with no electronics. It's just you and them. It has been an amazing adventure. Now that we've been up here, we'll definitely be back.
All right, high fives. Nice.
Skiing! So cute.
No matter what level of skier or rider you are, the mountain has a little something for everyone. For me, I'm going to take advantage of this super soft snow and wide open groomers and have these trails all to myself.
This mountain is so fun because you can just cruise. Whew, catch my breath.
Leadville's no stranger to famous visitors. Poet Oscar Wilde made the journey on an American-speaking tour in 1882. He was quite enamored with the Opera House and packed it with high society elites. His lecture series focused on the arts and the proper dress of a gentleman. The miners in town found him quite fanciful and ill-dressed for the climate. However, they gained a mutual respect for one another. Thinking they could drink Wilde under the table, the miners were bested, and Wilde was the last man standing. Next up, we honor the noble and brave ski troopers of the 10th Mountain Division at the annual Ski Down. As one of the oldest ski resorts in the United States, Ski Cooper's origin goes back to World War II and plays a special role in the history of skiing in Colorado. Cooper Hill was the stomping ground of the elite 10th Mountain Division, the first American Army unit to be trained in mountain warfare.
I joined the 10th Mountain Division in August of 1943. This is the 75th anniversary of the opening of Cooper Hill, and this is where we trained when we were with the 10th Mountain Division. We hiked up from camp carrying our skis and packs, camped out here. They had T-bar instead of the chairlift then, and we didn't have groomed slopes, just broken crust or deep powder. So the skiing was very different than the skiing we have today.
The 10th Mountain Division started out as an experiment during World War II, but in order to do that, the Army needed a place in the United States where they could train in a similarly rugged, mountainous environment. At 11,700 feet above the sea, with an average 250 inches of snow each year, Cooper Hill was the perfect spot.
I'm David Little. I am a historian with the 10th Mountain Division Foundation, and we're here at Ski Cooper, or Cooper Hill as it was known 75 years ago, with some of our descendants of the 10th Mountain Division, some of our World War II veterans, and with the modern mountain soldiers from the Colorado National Guard, 157th. The 10th Mountain Division was a late entry into the war, so they were one of the last divisions to be involved in the World War II effort. Their contribution was to break the back of the German defensive positions in northern Italy and allow the Allies to advance all the way up into Austria and Yugoslavia.
In 1942, the Army began building a $30 million base called Camp Hale, just 3 miles south of Cooper Hill. A few months later, some of the best skiers, mountaineers, and climbers in the United States arrived at Camp Hale, and then the training began. The troops were in for a cold winter that year, with temperatures dropping 40 degrees below zero.
We had wool socks and wool inner liners, Had two pair carried with me when we were out maneuvering. One pair you were wearing, put your other pair of socks between your sweater that I had on and the outside shirt.
The 10th Mountain Division had a uniform specialized for winter warfare.
Everything was designed to help our soldiers survive at temperatures down to 40 degrees below zero. Well, basically what we're doing is getting this World War II soldier dressed in the mountaineering uniform that the 10th Mountain soldiers used here at Ski Cooper, or Cooper Hill as it was known 75 years ago. The field jacket and his baggy trousers were peculiar to the mountain troop. Hat's actually pretty cool. It has little ear flaps built into it. This axe is one of the tools our soldiers used. You could use the sharp end to dig in like that, and it could pull you along. And the other end is more like a shovel. You can actually carve and make a step, and you're getting good at it. Careful, I'm going to recruit you in the mountain troops.
By the end of 1944, the 10th Mountain Division was deployed and put to the test in the northern Apennine Mountains of Italy. Their mission was to break through the German defensive line that spanned the mountains. It was daunting, but their Colorado training paid off. In a daring nighttime raid, soldiers from the 10th silently ascended a 2,000-foot snowy cliff face of Riva Ridge to unseat the unsuspecting Germans, which allowed Allied forces to push further into Europe.
Troops went up at night, completely surprised the Germans, took their positions, and then had heavy counterattacks following that.
In the closing months of the war, the 10th Mountain Division never lost a battle.
Here at Camp Hill, we trained almost 33,000 soldiers how to ski, how to snowshoe. And here in the United States, that tripled the number of skiers that we had from 1940 to 1945. And then after World War II, the history of the 10th Mountain Division continued when surplus skis were sold off for the ski resorts, which made skiing an affordable sport. Ski Cooper, it's just one of the many ski areas that were developed by the 10th Mountain soldiers before, during, and after the war.
Each year, Cooper welcomes the community to honor the 10th Mountain Division during the annual Ski Down. Veterans, descendants, and friends make their way down the mountain, honoring all those who served in the war. With skis on foot and flags in hand, skiers slide down the mountain in one giant serpentine ski parade.
Such an exciting day. There's so many people here to honor the 10th. I'm a descendant of Marvin E. Taylor of the 10th Mountain Division 126 Engineers, Company D. This is my 26th year in coming, and it's just very special for us to carry on the legacy. It really warms my heart. It's really special to me.
Celebrating their 75th birthday in 2018, Ski Cooper takes the cake with the largest ski down to date, and they have no plans of stopping. Here in Leadville, there's plenty to do on and off the slopes. At the very heart of downtown, a stroll down Harrison Avenue allows you to soak in the history of yesterday and celebrate the vibrancy of the present. The historic Delaware Hotel is the crown jewel of Leadville. It's the essence of Victorian elegance, offering a museum-quality experience. Up next, we head back to the snow for an adventure in the backcountry. For skiers and snowboarders looking for a thrill, the Chicago Ridge Snowcat Tour is sure to put a smile on your face. There's nothing wrong with boundaries, but sometimes you gotta push them a little.
So today I'm at Ski Cooper. I'm gonna go cat skiing today. I am so excited. This is going to be incredible. Right behind the mountain is amazing backcountry that you can only access by snowcat. So today we're gonna get a taste of the goods. We're gonna head out by snowcat and explore some untouched terrain.
You know, RPMs, blades up, parking brakes off, potentiometer, we're moving.
Cat skiing tours depart daily by reservation only.
Here we go.
We'll split our time between the San Isabel and White River National Forest areas. They're dropping the ropes so we can explore what's beyond the ski resort.
Here we go into the backcountry. We've got several pickup spots and drop zones. We've got them mapped out, but for the most part, we'll try to search out the fresh powder conditions.
And for that, I'm grateful.
This ridgeline up here is Chicago Ridge. That lone peak that you see out there is Mount Elbert. That's Colorado's highest peak. And as you look to the right, that's Mount Massive.
From here, we can see dozens of Colorado's highest peaks. This panoramic view of the Continental Divide sure makes for an incredible backdrop. Before we can go skiing and snowboarding, we've got to put on our Avi gear. In the unlikely event that we get lost, these beacons will help us get found.
1.1 meters from me. 0.6.
Here in the backcountry, safety comes first.
One of us will set a track.
Our professional guides are trained and certified, so we can focus on the fun stuff.
You know, backcountry skiing is something that a lot of people have taken to in recent years, and we try and show them what you might call the time of their lives. A backcountry adventure. The feel you have when you're out powder skiing with us is as if you've stepped into a whole nother world.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Let's do it.
There's nothing like the feeling of powder under your feet, making fresh tracks in the snow.
Oh, this is nice. Oh, I love it. Woo.
It's a blast to ride on your own, and even better when you've got good friends to shred with.
Snowboarding is as close as you can come to surfing on land, and I love it. The feeling is unbelievable. It's just this freedom. Just being outside in the mountains and being able to move that fast down a mountain is just exhilarating.
I hear this area is about the size of Vail's back bowls, similar in size, pitch, and vertical. And what's great about cat skiing?
Even several days after the storm, you can still ride fresh pow. My chariot awaits. Here you go. Thank you.
We'll go do it again.
2, 3, cat ski!
It's easy to lose count on these cat laps. These plush enclosed cabins sure make for a comfy ride. I don't miss the chairlifts one bit. What's cool is this area sees only 12 skiers a day, and we know them all.
Today's actually my birthday, so just having a blast spending it out here skiing. I'm really drawn to the backcountry. No lift lines, great snow. I mean, there's untracked powder out here. The terrain is amazing. The guides are wonderful. The views are breathtaking up here. When you're in powder, it's almost a feeling like you're just floating on the snow. It's just effortless.
And we have Mother Nature to thank for that. The snow back here exists in its natural state. So, do a snow dance to keep the freshies coming.
I love these glades. Ow! That was so much fun. So good, so good. I'm having too much fun. Okay, is it time for lunch yet?
And just when we start to feel our legs burn, it's time to rest and refuel. Where else but in the most idyllic backcountry setting?
So they have a private yurt here in the middle of the forest just for us. Hot lunch. What more could you ask for?
At this picnic, you don't have to cook or carry your own food. They serve up a healthy and hearty menu. Today, it's salad, bratwurst, and soup of the day. This is cheesy chicken enchilada soup. It's so perfect on a cold day. It's just the right amount of food to get some energy and feel recharged without feeling too full to make a few more turns. When we're ready, we suit up for round 2.
Whoa, baby! Ow! This is awesome! Gotcha.
With another big burst of energy, we ride into our legs, say no more.
High five. Oh, so fun.
Surely enough to make you tired but happy. And that much is guaranteed. If cat skiing left you breathless, no worries. That's pretty common here in Leadville. We're at such a high altitude and the air is thin. At O2 Periodic Brewing, you can pop in for a quick oxygen fix and a killer craft brew. The Cloud City journey continues next week as we explore extraordinary activities in Leadville, Colorado. We'll tour some of Leadville's 100 miles of groomed trails. We'll stop in at Cycles of Life Bike Shop and take some fat bikes out for a spin. And we'll explore a one-of-a-kind expedition on Tennessee Pass. They have a rustic dining experience at the famed cookhouse, topped off by the ultimate in glamping, a night in a cozy mountain yurt. Special thanks to Lake County Tourism Panel, the Silver King Inn and Suites, and the Denver Public Library's Western History and Genealogy Archives. Until next time, I'm your host, Juliana Broste, and this is Street Level.
This program has been brought to you through the generous support of the Leadville and Twin Lakes destinations and the Lake County Tourism Panel.